have a confession to make.
Please.
But you're not allowed to give me hate for it.
No, this is
So I've heard something.
Okay.
I heard.
That's so like sus. I've heard something.
Where you go like this and you go.
step?
Guys,
Bang,
I'm
bang, I
Ritik
think.
Roshan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Don't Talk Back podcast, where us brown kids talk back just the right amount. I'm Ranesh.
And I'm Kushi, and our guest today is a powerhouse in Australian musical theatre, an actor, singer, writer who's reshaping the stage as we know it. She's known not just for her talent, but for her depth, care, and advocacy she brings to every role. Please join us in welcoming Vidya. It's a pleasure to have you.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
So are we. We've been wanting to have you on here for a while. I mean, we're stoked.
I'm stoked.
So Vidya, you're in an industry that can be very hit and miss in terms of work opportunities and career growth. Like it's a very, it's a bit of a gamble. So do you want to tell us what it was like when you sort of decided you wanted to do musical theatre and how your journey has sort of changed your relationship with this industry?
For sure. I mean, I feel like my journey is one that almost shouldn't have happened. My parents always loved theatre, but I wasn't a theatre kid. So we would go and see theatre from the time I think I was 3 years old or 5 years old or something. My parents would take us to see shows, and that's just because for some reason they loved it. They grew up in apartheid South Africa. They didn't have access to theatre as we know it. But my mum actually tells this story of seeing Fiddler on the Roof when she was in her 20s, some amateur production in South Africa. And she loved it so much she went 5 times that week. She just loved it. So growing up, it was something that we always were exposed to. But I was a little sporty kid who was obsessed with music, but I wrote music and I played piano. And because I had that boyish spirit, the stage was something that was she's never going to do that. She's never going to be into dancing and wearing pretty dresses. It was only when I was 15 that I auditioned for our high school musical, and it was The Wiz. And my sister and my mum actually were just put Dorothy down on your sheet of paper with the characters you're going for. You never know what's going to happen. And I was no way. Could you imagine me in a dress, sparkly shoes? No way. But ended up on the day putting down Dorothy and got Dorothy. And from that day on, I was sold. I just fell in love with it. And my parents were really supportive of it. But the thing that was really scary for them is because we'd always gone to theatre, they were worried about the fact that, she's got insane work ethic. She's got great talent, but what good are those two things if there are going to be no jobs available for her? So they actually had a meeting with my singing teacher and they asked whether I've even got a shot at this. And my singing teacher said just that. She's got the work ethic and she's got the talent. She may as well go for it. And I think that conversation and that idea of the fact that I was never meant to fit into this industry is something that does really drive me. And I feel very fortunate to have had the opportunities that I've had and to now also be creating opportunities so that hopefully if there is a young kid out there who wants to do what I do now, their parents don't have to go to their singing teacher and say, does she have space? It's no, she's got the work ethic and she's got the talent or they've got the talent. That is a recipe for success.
Yeah, that's all you need.
So I guess that's my long-winded answer to that question.
So you've played characters like Eliza on Hamilton and Catherine Pratt in Six the Musical, and more recently Ruby in Bloom.
Yes, I added that last name.
So after performing in these kind of musical productions over the course of your career, has there been a moment where you've felt, okay, yes, I've made it into what I wanted to do?
I think on each of those, especially Six and Hamilton. I mean, Six was my first leading role in a commercial musical. So when I got the call from that, I have a photo, I think, where I just cried because it was years of work and years of not knowing if there was ever space for me. And I've always been such a hard worker. Like I said, I was the first. I'd arrive at uni at 7 a.m. and I would leave at 9 p.m. when the doors closed, and I would like
What?
work my butt off because I hadn't danced, so I'd spend the entire all my doing pliés and and I'm still not a dancer, but I wanted this so badly. It's the first thing I think of when I wake up in the morning, and it's the last thing I think of before I go to sleep at night.
So special.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
So 6 was definitely a moment for that, but I mean, Eliza. Where do you go from Eliza in Hamilton? It's the biggest musical in the world. It's the leading lady of that musical. It's also perfect for me and my voice and what I want to do and what I want to say. So yeah, I mean, there's a video I posted when I got that role. I think opening night and closing night particularly because I finished the show and we actually had it where they all sing Eliza, and we had the entire 40-person cast, swings and everything on stage, and they're all looking at me. And some of these people had been in this cast for 4 years. And I had to hold the show in that way and finish it off. So that was a huge responsibility and very special. But I think consistently, it's not a given that I have a career and I will continue to have a career. So it's something that I always feel really grateful. And I feel really grateful, but also I deserve this and it's time and I should be taking up this space. It's time.
For sure.
Kind of thing.
When you bring up opening night, I just want to say I went to watch it and I have to tell you, if you have not seen Hamilton, you really missed her as Eliza because she was so good, especially in the song where you're burning that letter.
Yeah.
It is a song that I think you really need to have a mental breakdown because you've just you've come to the conclusion that, okay, this has happened and you're having this moment. And it was just you on stage.
Yeah.
It's pitch black and it's just you, a letter and a bucket. That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I really wanted to make sure I didn't underplay that moment. And I'm always aware, I'm an Indian woman, and I think that Indian women are also often told to be subject to their circumstances and that have to just put up with what life throws at you. And I'm playing this character who is incredibly resilient and who was treated really poorly by her husband. And I wanted to show that it's not just women, but the representation is always there. I'm an Indian woman and I can show that I can be vicious and mad and so heartbroken but strong. I'm not going to let anything run my life. And so when I did burn that letter, I've listened to recordings back of it and I know that I do sing it with such angst, which often I think doesn't get explored in that role, which is equally as beautiful, but I really wanted to make a statement with that. So I'm really glad that it read.
Yeah, no, I think you definitely made a statement with that. It's one of the things that stayed with me. So really good job on that. But another thing I want to say is when you say you're making space for representation in the industry, you're also you're the composer and lyricist of the Lucky Country musical, which sort of explores the idea of Australia in terms of identity and belonging. But I think it's so interesting in the way that you do it. It's because you look at it through people who aren't always classified as Australian or Australian enough. So
even though we are.
Yeah, even though we are. We're all Australian. Yeah. There's no set definition. And a lot of times you've also said that the music from that musical is turning the radio dial of any Australian radio. So can you walk us through developing that show and sort of how you've created voices that we don't hear and ones that we, as I said, often don't see as Australian enough?
I mean, to be really honest with you, I started writing that show back in 2018. I went and watched a musical and I was really excited to see something at the theatre, as I always do. And I had lots of friends in this show, and it got to interval and every joke on stage that was made was so racist. It was just so racist. And I hate, virtue signaling or overusing that word, but it just was. And I turned to the person next to me and I actually said, this is kind of messed up. I'm watching my friends on stage having to perform this.
Yeah.
And I will never forget this. They turned to me and said, well, that's Aussie humour. And so I went home.
Being racist is Aussie humour?
But I think that is the perception. Don't take it too seriously. That's just Aussie humour.
Yeah, take it in good spirit.
Exactly. But I went home and I was I was so angry, but I was also so sad and I sobbed. Yeah. And I was surely this isn't it. we can be funny, we can be empathetic, we can be all these things, but we never get to be human.
Yeah.
And not just we as in like brown people. I mean like anyone who's like seems to be on the sidelines. And my version of what it means to be from this continent, from this nation, is very different to this like thing that we're often told, and especially like commercial and mainstream media, because the mainstream Australia that I know actually like is pretty awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think we like underwrite ourselves. So that was my jumping off point. And so, yeah, I wrote what eventually became The Lucky Country, where it was just an exploration. It's 13 different songs, all different characters. I've got to collaborate with my friend Sonia Suarez, who is also of Indian origin. Obviously, if we're talking about nationhood, we had to have a First Nations through line. And so there's been a really cool collaboration with a whole bunch of First Nations artists as well, especially my friend Shanoa Demal. And it's been amazing to get to write a show that is really funny. Like it's silly and it's funny and it's camp. It's full of bangers. It's also really heartfelt. We get to watch these people be humans on stage and tell these stories. Things range from like one of the songs I sing is called Hugh Jackman, which is about this it's about an Indian Australian actor who's booked her dream job, and she's on this film set and Hugh Jackman's the lead. Except then we realize that she can't speak any Hindi. And then they yell, then they yell action, and she's left as a deer in headlights. And so she makes up this Hindi. And then gets cancelled for it. And so the whole song is about like that. So it's
3 minutes till the shooting, I just need to make some sense. Should I tell them no, it's getting kind of late, it's getting kind of windy, I'm sweating pretty hard and I'm sweating off this bindi. Just grin, we move to our places, all these expecting faces. My mind goes like, shit, Cindy. Do I tell them now that I don't speak a word of Hindi? Action.
Kind of like, you know, talking about the diaspora experience. We have another song about like a Chinese waiter from Broome who just dreams of being a nudist in Byron Bay. Like,
That's
you know,
so
like
funny.
wild and wacky stories like that. But then we also, you know, as the show progresses, we talk about real issues. But my thing with, you know, wanting to talk about real issues and give voice to the people who don't have voices is I want to always do it in a way where you're not bashing people over the head. Like when you come and watch The Lucky Country, I'm not going to teach you a lesson. I'm just going to invite you to come and watch 6 actors on stage, have a lot of fun, talk about things, really complex and tricky conversations, and then offer you with something that you can take and leave with.
Sure.
And I won't spoil it too much because like it is really magical where we get to at the end of like how do we all exist here? How does First Nations Australia exist with Settler Australia in a show that is written by 2 Settler Australians but want to do some of the heavy lifting because mob shouldn't have to do it all the time. How do you negotiate that? It's a really complex question. But we wanted to lean into those complex questions and not be afraid of them. And I think that is like why I wrote the show and why I'm excited by it.
Wow.
For sure.
We're really excited to see it. It comes out this month, doesn't it?
So the album comes out, yes, in 3 days. We've recorded an original Australian cast album, which never happens in musical theatre in Australia. So it sounds amazing and I can't wait for Australia to get to hear it. But we're bringing the show itself to Melbourne in October this year. So we've got a week in Melbourne at the Lawler Theatre, and then we're doing a season after that in Brisbane as part of Melt Festival. So we get to take it to Melbourne, which is Sonia's home, and then Brizzy, which is my home, which is really special.
None for Sydney?
Well, we had our first season in Sydney in 2020, but if you want it, Sydney, like
You got to fly. You got to make the effort.
Yeah, if you want to either fly, but if you want it in Sydney, give us the support and like we're keen to bring it to you.
Yeah. So what excites you the most about building something like The Lucky Country from scratch as opposed to maybe like what you've done before, like stepping into a pre-made role?
Sure. I mean, you get to call the shots, and it's not just calling the shots on what you get to sing. It's like you get to call the shots on what you want to say. And I always do that. Like my take on Eliza was I wanted to show that that story was Eliza's story. Like I wanted to show that strength of women, and like my take on Eliza was very independent. So I do it in any role, but like you said, when you're writing the actual words and you're writing the actual melodies, you have so much power. And I think that power is something I don't take for granted and is something I just love writing music, you know, like it's such a beautiful, it's just a wonderful way to express what I want to express.
For sure.
And talking about that, about, you know, you say what you want to say. I recently read an interview with Ambika Mod. She was in One Day, and she talked about not wanting to constantly talk about the color of her skin as much as she has to, not because she doesn't care about it or something, but it's because she just wants the freedom to sort of just exist in the industry as much as her white peers do. So does that sentiment sort of resonate with you as well? And how do you navigate, I guess, the balance between advocating and advocating for change and also simply wanting to just exist in the industry?
Totally. I think especially as a writer, you often get confused if you're a person with coloured skin or if you are from a minority that you're an activist. I'm not an activist. I'm an artist and I want to get to just be an artist.
Yeah.
I think art is inherently political. It can be anyway.
Yeah.
And so anything that I want to say to the world where it might be a message of this is how you deal with grief or this is how we hold each other or this is how we can unite, whatever it is, like rather than talking about it on an Instagram story, I will do it through my art. You know what I mean? And that is my way of expressing things to the world. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like on one hand, and I think that that's something that you just have to balance all the time where I don't take for granted that I am who I am and I'm not a white artist. I'm me.
Yeah.
And that informs what I want to write, what I want to say, a lot of beautiful things. At the same time, I want to have the freedom of my counterparts of just like getting to exist and not having to carry the load.
Yeah.
I used to carry the load a lot, like with Six. I used to always think I am representing, you know?
Yeah.
But I realized that's really debilitating. If you're going on stage 8 times a week and you're thinking I am representing and you look out to the audience and you see a young brown girl and you think I'm doing this for you,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually do anything. It just gives weight to you. But the fact of the matter is whatever I do, I'm always going to represent
Sure.
Yeah.
brown girls, particularly, whether I'm cognizant of it or not. So like going into something like Hamilton, I tried to let that go so that I could just do my job.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to work every day thinking I'm a brown woman. I was just going to work doing an amazing job. And then, you go to stage door and you have those interactions. So I think as a performer, I try to let the weight of that go because it's there regardless.
Yeah. It'll always be there.
Yeah. I think as a writer, I'm more aware of it because I call the shots more. Yeah.
I like that. I like that
That's well said.
So I've heard something.
Okay.
I've heard.
That's so like I've heard something.
I personally don't know, but I've heard that theatre kids can have a tendency to be a bit unhinged, in the best way possible. So growing up, or even now, do you ever just have these moments of just like, I don't know, randomness, or do you just burst out dancing, singing, or
What
just,
do you reckon?
know?
I mean,
I think so. I think so. I mean,
It only makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in Bollywood movies as well.
totally. I mean, I have this theory that Indian people created musical theatre.
Stop. That makes sense.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Like to story tell through song and dance.
Every
what we
Indian
do.
movie, every Indian movie is a musical,
Right?
Yeah.
So that's my theory. Anyway, I mean, I'm pretty loud. I'm pretty loud, and when I was a kid, I was so obsessed with musicals, I didn't realize that wasn't real life. So I used to just go around and start singing and making up songs, thinking that that's the way that people lived their lives because I was so obsessed with like Disney.
Yeah.
And my sister once, she's 2 years young, was like, "What are you doing?"
She's 2 years younger.
2 years
And she
younger.
was looking at you like that.
Yeah.
All right. I see.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but I can be chill too. You know, there's nuance, there's flexibility.
So what's your favorite song to breakdance into?
Ooh, I don't have a favorite song, but I definitely have a favorite move.
Yeah.
And it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh my God. You got to show us now.
Am
Show
I
and
fully
tell.
in frame?
Yes. I think.
Okay, it goes like this. Where you go like this and you go.
Oh my God. You can,
That's my move.
I've seen that somewhere.
yeah, I've seen so many people do it. I can never do it. You need like actual coordination.
Well,
which I do
our
not have.
choreographer Amy Zhang, she's the choreographer of The Lucky Country, and she taught it to me, but I won't credit her with it too much because she'll be like, that's not what I taught you. She'd be like, I'm an actual hip hop dancer and that's not an actual hip hop move.
Oh, wow.
But I just like it because when I'm excited, I get really excited. I tend to do that.
I think Hrithik Roshan did that actually.
I'm
step?
guys,
Bang Bang,
I'm
I
Hrithik
think.
Roshan.
Oh, yes. Sorry, right here. Yeah.
Where's the extra thumb?
Oh, there it is. The muscles. Didn't you get it from the muscles?
No, I should have, yes. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I'm not a theatre kid, but I also have my moments where I just put on my headphones and put like Bollywood music, and then you have to direct like a whole music video, you know, where you're the main character and everything. Please tell me you guys have done that as well.
Kind of. I have a confession to make,
Please.
but you're not allowed to give me hate for it.
No, this is a hate-free zone.
I actually didn't really get into Bollywood until like only a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm also writing a South Asian based musical, which I can't talk too much about. But yeah, I had to do a bit of research. So I didn't grow up with a bunch of Bollywood and didn't know a lot of Bollywood, but I am obsessed now.
Do you wish you had that growing up? I mean, now that you're into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been cool. To be in saying that, I was always obsessed with Lagan.
Oh,
Like
that's a good
like
movie.
classic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what did you start your research with? What was the beginning?
I mean, I had the love for Lagan already.
Yeah.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
First like research you did? I want to say DDLJ. Was that up there?
No.
Because you know they're making a musical about that.
Really?
Or they
in
have
the
it
UK,
or
it's already
something.
finished.
Yeah.
It's finished, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah, I heard about that
it's
actually.
called Fall in Love or something.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was
yeah.
like the songs were so good.
Really?
Yeah,
I
because
have to check it out.
Vishal and Shekhar did the songs.
Oh.
And then
really?
Aditya Chopra directed it. And then the choreographer was she's also really popular, but it was
Farah
like
Khan?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like, I think we just need to be taking up more space in this industry.
exactly.
And what can often be seen as a very white industry. Like, you know, brown people around the world, like we sing and dance. You know what I mean? Like that's what we do. I think it's really cool. That's awesome. No, I like, it started off because there's a lot of Garba. My musical set around Navaratri. Maybe I'm saying too much. So I did to do a lot of research around that. So one of my favorite songs is Dolida and Dolidara Dolabaje. Love that. What else have I been listening to? I'm blanking right now.
Are you recreating? Just tell me this much. Are you recreating Salman Khan's vest from that song?
You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see.
Please do. I live for it when like there's like sleeveless vests. It's the best.
That's his signature, isn't it?
But you have to have
Signature.
biceps to go with that.
Yeah, like if you're like me and you don't have muscles, then it's not good. You got to have muscles to show. Yes, we're looking forward to that now.
Absolutely.
Everyone keep an eye out for
Please.
Lucky Country, but also this
I'll be
South
back
Asian
to talk
musical.
about this one though.
Oh yes,
But
please.
sure.
support Lucky Country in the
Yes.
meantime.
Yeah, so I mean, off topic, surely there must be some other Bollywood musicals going on or something like that. Because other than that, I haven't heard of anything else. I've seen
I think there are some like amazing Indian diaspora artists all around the world trying to get
Yeah.
stuff up, which is like really, really cool. And I'm really excited like I get to contribute.
Yeah, I haven't heard of musicals, but there's really good theatre that this guy called S. Shaktidaran does.
Yeah.
His theatre performances I've heard are really good.
You're talking about like Canning and Cracking and
Yes,
the Wrong Gods.
and then The Wrong Gods. I've heard so much about it. I've never grown up on like theatre or like serious performances, but this is something I've really been meaning to watch.
Canning and Cracking, I mean, it's not just our community. Like it's praised as one of the best Australian plays of all time.
Wow.
And I agree with that. And like seeing The Wrong Gods a few weeks ago was also like incredible. And Shakti's an incredible Australian artist. So yeah, we're definitely taking up space for sure.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm talking too much.
No, you're good. And this brings us to the last but very beloved segment of our podcast. So we've taken inspiration from the OG of all talk shows, Coffee with Karan, and we've got our own rapid fire round.
Oh God.
We don't have a hamper, but which is very sad. We're working on it.
Okay.
Budget increases
Great.
are coming.
Awesome.
Yes. So it's the same rules. We're going to ask you questions really quick and you got to say whatever comes to your mind first. Are you ready?
I'm nervous.
It's all right. It's chill. It's like,
Okay.
it's not R-rated like Karan Johar's.
Okay.
His ones are R-rated, bro.
R-rated.
Ours pretty full on.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
crazy.
What? Okay.
I would say it's M at max.
Okay. No, but like I was going R-rated off of like brown parents.
Oh, well,
then-
yeah, then
It's like X-rated then.
You're
I'm
right.
kidding.
Depends which brown parents.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some brown parents are really progressive.
Yeah. My parents are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
Yeah.
same.
So, what's the most Australian and non-Australian thing about you?
That is such a hard question.
What is Australian? What is non-Australian?
I guess this kind of leads into like what I'm writing. My interpretation of that. Can I give like a swerve answer?
Go for it. Whatever you think.
It's kind of a serious answer. In like being from this place, well, growing up, I was pretty ashamed of my heritage. But becoming an adult, in working with so many First Nations people, it's what has given me the confidence and the love for my own heritage, like learning about Mob and like my friend Shanoa, who I've collaborated with on The Lucky Country, learning about her country and her language and the way that, like, just the way that she connects with that and how sacred that is too.
Yeah.
Because like so much of that has been taken away from her. Just had to fight for that. Learning from that has really helped me connect with my own heritage. So to answer your question, I feel like in some ways the most Australian thing is my collaboration with those people, and in some ways the most non-Australian thing is because of that, my connection to my own heritage. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. No, that
definitely.
makes sense. That's a good way of putting it. Okay. Next question.
Sorry, that wasn't rapid. I'll be rapid on
No,
the next
you're all
one.
good. It wasn't really a rapid fire question, but
It was a full-on question.
yeah.
It was a good question.
It was a good question, though.
Yeah, good answer. Great
Yeah.
answer.
Thanks.
I think we've got now like jabby
Okay,
questions.
all
Okay.
right.
Your
I'm ready.
dream role.
Doing my own musical on the West End.
Oh wow, West End.
Yeah. Or does say
That's
Broadway.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. It's definitely my writing though these days. I want to get my stuff out there.
Nice.
Next question. Would you rather forget your lines on stage or leave your mic behind?
Well, I've definitely forgotten my lines on stage, so I do that.
Is
It's
there an internal panic when that happens, or is it like
is there? Absolutely.
external panic as well, or do you have to
Time
just?
slows down. You forget who you are. You kind of look like a deer in headlights. You
My
feel
God.
like life is ending, and then somebody says something, and you just keep going,
Oh wow.
or you just kind of and like it just like, and they go, "Wow, she's really forgotten."
Surely you can play it off, right? Gets like
Yeah, I've had a
Yeah.
few really real shockers, but I'm here to
Right.
tell the tale.
Yeah.
So I'd say that one. 'cause
You live to
it's
see
the
the
devil
day.
that you know.
Yeah. We've all been there. That's all good. Okay, you've had like, this question is sort of cancelled out, but you can still answer it.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most overrated Bollywood film?
Overrated.
Yeah. Something that was
Anything-
like, oh my God. For me, it's okay. If
Here
for
we
an
go.
example, I
Here
just
we
watched
go.
the movie Sayara.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like blown up. It's a really good movie, but there's like people going to the cinemas like
Yeah.
with drips, like in needles in their arms, and like people ripping their clothes apart and crying. I heard there was a man who went and shot his
yeah.
girlfriend
Oh.
Okay.
afterwards, and I was like, this is getting a bit too much. So for me, that would
That's
be
full on.
overrated. So like something that's getting really hyped up but doesn't necessarily.
I feel like
deserve
I
it.
don't know enough about Bollywood in order to answer that, because everything that I watch, I'm like, this is so underrated.
Yeah.
Because I come from everything from quite a Western
Yeah.
point of view.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
makes
this is so
sense.
underrated. Why isn't everyone obsessed with the fact that our dancing and our choreography is insane?
Yeah.
Like our musicians are insane. Like everything's amazing. I
What
just
about a
think-
song? A song maybe you think that's overrated.
I can't even. They're all bangers.
Surely there's one where you look at, like, I mean, I don't know, your friends or someone you've seen,
What's the
everyone's talking
what's
about
that
it.
Garba one? I've listened.
Garbo.
Hey.
Oh, that's also Dolida from Gangubai.
No,
No?
I mean, they all go, hey. This is the one
True,
where they're
that's
dancing
true.
under the bridge. What's it called?
What movie?
Bridge.
Do you know who's in it?
It's Dancing Under the Bridge, and it's set in the UK, I think. I can't think of
Oh,
You know that
Chogara?
Garba? it. That Garba one?
Yeah,
It plays
yeah,
at
yeah.
every Garba.
Yeah.
feel
And
good
it's like the girl has blue eyes.
I think so.
Yes, I know. It's shot in the UK, and it's
What
got-
is the name of the song? Let me.
I think it's called Chogara. Chogara. Da, da, da,
yeah, that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one, I'm like, I think it's a little overrated.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's a bit overplayed in my opinion.
I like the like early 2000s, 90s. Do you know what I mean? Like where the music kind of has that edge.
Yes.
I feel like as time has progressed, it has less of that edge because it seems more like Western pop. But that's such a general statement, and it's not applying.
No,
but
it's
if
a
I
good
had to
answer.
answer, because
Yeah.
you forced me,
Sorry.
that would be my answer.
Okay, no, but it's a valid answer. I think I'd agree with you.
Great.
Yeah.
So rank these actors/actresses in terms of talent. Hollywood and Bollywood edition. So
Okay.
Yep. So we'll start with a theatre folk himself, Shah Rukh Khan, Cillian Murphy, Deepika Padukone, and Meryl Streep.
Shah Rukh Khan has to take the cake.
That's the right answer. Yes.
And I think the rest, can Meryl's Meryl Streep.
Yeah. She's Miranda Presley.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think it's just tied third place.
I mean, your opinion, like let's say, I mean, you're not going to get judged anyway, but like, you know, your opinion completely.
I think they're tied third place.
Third place.
So Shah Rukh Khan, then
Then Meryl.
Meryl, then Cillian and Deepika come together.
Actually, Deepika comes first.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, maybe can you put her before Meryl?
Oh, I wouldn't. I don't know.
That's oh wow.
I think she's third place. But that's pretty good still.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really tough. They're all really good actors.
Yeah.
No, well done.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
That's good.
Well
Good
ranked.
answer. Yeah, the top answer is what I was more concerned about,
Great.
and I'm happy with that.
He's like a Shah Rukh Khan diehard fan.
I mean, who isn't?
Exactly. Some aren't actually. You'd be surprised, but yeah. Anyways,
Okay, which Bollywood star would make the worst theatre performer and who would make the best?
I think Bollywood stars would make amazing theatre performers.
Yeah.
I don't think that
But like thing is you gotta sing in your own voice, right? In theatre.
that's true. And actually, I don't know who can actually sing.
I mean Salman Khan.
Maybe okay. Do you know what? I think Alia Bhatt
Yeah,
would
she
make
can do
incredible. Like watching her is amazing. Who would make the worst theatre performer?
ooh, worst. As in, let's talk about like good actors here, not the bottom tier ones, because there's a few I can name.
See, this is my argument that I think that Bollywood is musical theatre. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
I think if you can do Bollywood, musical theatre's like easy.
I mean, a lot of Bollywood stars come from theatre themselves.
Exactly. So
it works
I don't
out.
think I can put the hate there. You know?
I mean, my answer would probably be worst would be Salman Khan. Have you heard his song? Him sing?
No.
He's sung 2 songs.
He's not
Hey,
that bad.
but if they can put Jeffrey Rush in a musical,
Okay. Sorry.
we can deal with Salman Khan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta have I think it's all about the confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not here to hate on our Bollywood performers.
Yeah, okay, no fair.
Exactly.
Fair.
They do
Yeah.
a good job. So, our final question. It's a question which Kushi and I have been asking all of our guests since the start of this podcast last year. So I'm from South India, from Kerala. Kushi is from North India. And we always have this debate as to which food is better. And I just came from India, actually, like Kerala, and I'm very much even more assured about my answer. But what do you prefer? It's North Indian or South Indian?
No, you gotta say the options though. There's 2 options.
Yes, I apologize. I thought it was just general. No,
Nah.
you know what? No, let's keep it general.
No,
Because, no, we have to keep it general. Come on.
I want to hear the options too.
Okay, fine. The options, dosa or paratha?
Well, my answer to that is dosa. But my favorite food in the world is Guju food. Like Sudhi Guju food. My favorite food in the entire world is batra. And
Oh my God,
And I like
that
it just steamed.
Is so
Just steamed with some lemon. Like that's all it needs.
and like coriander chutney.
Not even that.
No.
I like it just
Wow,
plain. And I don't
yeah.
know why. But like that's my Guju food. And I didn't even grow up eating it that much. But as I'm getting older, Guju food is my favorite. But it's not to say that I think that it's necessarily better than anything else. It's just like, I don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
Something with me where like
Preference.
if you put Guju, like typical boring Guju food on like, I would eat the entire thing. I'm obsessed.
I love that.
That's good.
But yeah, no, dosa.
Which comes in North India or South India? I don't know.
Sorry?
Does Gujarat come in North India?
Northwest.
Oh, okay.
Northwest.
Once
There we
again,
go.
I
Well,
think
North India
everyone's... what?
North India wins because she said
No,
Guju food is her
no.
favourite.
Guju food, yeah. I mean,
No, but she said out of the
but
options.
I did say out of the options, I did say
See?
dosa.
Okay.
Because there's
Exactly.
something you can't deal like when I eat with a big crispy pancake.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm still winning. The tally
No.
so far this season is 3-2.
What?
But it's like saying, do you want to win $50 million or $60 million?
Which is a $60 million option though.
The dosa.
Oh, okay.
But the paratha's still $50 million. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like you're
But then
arguing
you're
between
also
two things that are
thinking
both-
about the fact that there's $10 million that you're not getting. I mean, I'm
Hey,
looking at
the
it go too
glasses are
deep,
half
but
full or
yeah.
half empty.
Yeah.
I'm a half
True.
full kind of girl.
Don't be
is
too
true.
greedy, Ranesh.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's $10 million.
I'm sorry,
Come on.
But I'm
you're
with
good.
the dosa.
Nah,
I'm
fair.
with the
That's
dosa.
okay.
It's unbeatable.
Which one? Potato, masala dosa, paneer.
Do you want to hear my secret?
Yes, tell us.
I like it just plain.
My dad
good.
likes it
Yeah.
too. Yeah, he likes it
I don't even
plain
like
too.
dipping into the thing. I just like
Yeah.
want a plain crispy dosa.
I did that a few times actually when I just came. Like, I just had it and I'm just eating it casually, and then they're like, "Where's
like
the curry?"
air.
I'm like, "Yeah, just no big deal. You know, just cop it. I like it. I enjoy it."
So
Yeah.
no chutney, no sambar.
I have it because it's there and you're like, I don't want to waste this.
Yeah.
But like, in all honesty, a plain dosa that's like beautifully and crispy,
Slaps.
that slaps.
Exactly.
Love that.
Yes.
Anyways, that's all right. I'm kidding. That was it from us today. Thank you so much for being in our podcast. We had lots of fun. We hope you had fun too.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. See you next time, guys. And don't forget to catch the Lucky Country musical if you're in Melbourne or Brisbane in October.
And stream the album. It comes out in 3 days and it is unlike anything you've ever heard.
Awesome. Thank you.